Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Fredy giantoro and I'm student of Ahmad Dahlan University. Now I want to present about the novel. The title is The Hat You Give by Angie Thomas. Published by HarperCollins on February 2017. Genres Activism, African American Family, OwnVoices, Racism School, Teen Years. Page 464. And the people in the United States who are now seeing their freedoms and rights eroded by one, from reproductive right to safety and living wage, protection for works to right the protest, and who believe this is a new thing ignore the fact that African American have lived under police state conditions since arriving in chains to the New World. Abolitionism and the civil rights movement are examples of the success the courageous black activists have had in moving and United States uh, towards its democratic ideals, but progress has often stalled, and at times we have uh, moved backward. Great literature face this conflict honestly and offers insight drawn from the experience of authentic and real characters that touch readers. Angie Thomas' debut GN novel The Hat You Give is one of books and an important story of our time. The Hat You Give The Hat You Give is inspired by Tug Life, Tupac Shakur famous acronym that stood for The Hat You Give, little in facts fucks everybody. It's both a statement the Black Lives Matter and the story of a 16 years old girl star character with her own life and problems who is thrust into the spotlight when he accepts a ride home from a party with childhood friend Halil, only towards police stopped the car and shot him before her eyes. Her beloved uncle is a police officer, caught in the middle when she bravely testifies against Officer 115, who treated her and her friend abusively before gunning down her friend Star, whose mother is a nurse and whose father owns a grocery store in their mostly African American community, attends a private school in a suburb 15 minutes away, and navigates to the two very different worlds, saving us guide the readers through her first person narrative, hardly an activist before the shooting. Star learns both the importance of cause of speaking out, often the cognitive dissonance. She writes, I hope none of them asks about my spring break. They want to Taipei, Bahamas, Harry Potter World. I stayed in the hood and saw a cop kill my friend. Seems too much for her to bear. But This is not only on teenager story, the spotlight on star community and differing approach to confronting its militarist occupation ignites a gang war that threatens her father even though he left that of his life behind years earlier. Strong, complex secondary character enhance the collective story as readers grow attached not only to Star, but also the sportive parents, her two brothers, Khalil's family, and another troubled teen, Devante, 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 who lost his brothers to gang violence and now wants to escape. Through the novel, Thomas captures this tension between escape and staying to bring about change. It is an important tension and one that might grow in significance in the coming years. This novel takes its place within the growing body of post-colonial literature, demonstrating that books written principally for teen readers belong to this canon. A hallmark of colonialism is the belief that some lives matter more than others. And while we shouldn't have to prove otherwise, those who create the stories bearing witness through their writing are the one who will build a culture and society based on justice and respect for all. Maybe that's all my presentation about the novel head about the novel The Head You Give, and I say assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.